Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Dimitra. Before I jump into this product review, I want to say thank you so much for helping me reach and exceed 100 subscribers. I could not have done this without you, and I am so incredibly happy and thankful. When I saw the number counter of subscribers reach 100, I just started to cry. I was so ridiculously happy, and honestly guys, you have no idea what that means to me, and I can't wait to continue to grow this channel and make more videos for you and chat about makeup and all of life's adventures. You guys mean the world to me, and I want you to know that I'm just so thankful. Before I mess up my damn mascara, I just want to say thank you so much for just being awesome and for supporting me in the ways that you do. Today I have such an exciting video because I get to talk about some new palettes from Essence. I found these palettes at my local drugstore and they weren't that expensive. I think Shoppers Drug Mart was only selling them for about $5.99 or $6. So really affordable palettes. I have also done a quick tutorial on the look I'm wearing right now. It's a very bronzy sort of nude look with a nude lip. If you're interested in seeing that tutorial, make sure you watch until the end because that's where I'm going to put it in. If you are interested in learning a little bit more about these palettes and what I think about them, make sure you keep on watching. And don't forget to also subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Like I said, recently Essence launched 5 palettes for the drugstore. Each of these palettes is grouped by a certain color range. So you've got a bronze one, a nude one, a vintage one called Roses, and the last one, 50 Shades of Grey, or as Essence likes to call it, just grays. Each palette comes with 8 shadows and they range from matte to shimmers to satins, and a couple of the palettes have some glitter in them too. Before I jump into talking about what I think of the actual palettes, let me show you some swatches. I'm so happy I stumbled upon these palettes when I was browsing the drugstore one day because these have to be some of the best ones out there. I will say the formula is a little bit on the powdery side and the pigmentation isn't as strong as, let's say, some of the higher end brands, but the color payoff is really decent. And if you don't mind just a tad bit of fallout, these palettes are fantastic for $6. I am a sucker for really good bronze colors. So when I saw this bronze palette especially, I got really excited, especially for colors like these. Like, these are a creamy formula. Anything that's satin or shimmery, like, look at that. Just really beautiful colors. And the opacity is actually quite nice too, so when you are applying it onto your lid, it does cover everything. What I would recommend doing before you apply these shadows is to apply a thin layer of the MAC Ochre Paint Pot if you have it. If not, then just use any eye primer just so it gives it a little more sticking power and also a nice clean layer for the color to really shine through. One of the other secrets I also discovered with these shadows is that if you apply a little bit of Max Fix Plus or some eye drops, a little bit of water, the color really shines through. Let me show you. I just grabbed a Morphe M210 brush. So this is one of those small little dome shaped brushes, but it is flat. So this is what I normally use to pack on some color. And I have a little travel size of the Max Fix Plus. So we're just going to spray the crap out of it. And then we're gonna dive into our palette. So I'm gonna take this gold sort of color here. I'm just gonna wipe my brush along the side of it. A little more, beautiful. We've packed on lots of color. And now, just gonna apply to the back of our hand. And you can see the color pops just a little bit more. It's a little more metallic. On initial application, you might not always get the exact color that you're looking for that you see in the pan here, but these build up really, really nicely. So that's why I think these are fantastic beginner's palettes. A lot of the times when you buy high-end products, they have a lot of pigmentation in them. And there's nothing wrong with having pigmentation. I actually prefer it. But when you are first starting out in makeup, you don't always know how to work with that much pigment, and you don't want to have to redo your eye over and over again because you applied too much shadow. So the trick with creating any sort of smoky eye or any type of look that you want is to gradually build. And with these shadows, you can do that beautifully. You can continue to build up the color to the optimum coverage that you want, or opacity. The Rose palette, or I should say, the All About Roses palette is also stunning. The colors here are beautiful, especially this deeper purple that has a little bit of glitter in it. It just really, really pops nicely. This shadow that I just swatched, this deeper purple with the glitter, is a little on the powderier side, and it does have some fallout. And I will say that the glitter does sweep away with all of the blending that you're going to be doing. So just make sure that you pack on this color on top of an eye primer just to help seal in the deal. The packaging of these palettes is also pretty cool. It is just a plastic case, so nothing fancy, but I don't expect much in terms of packaging when you're only paying $6, especially since the product is quite nice. The product itself is actually made in Italy. That's what the back of the label reads. And the label in the back also shows you how you can create different looks using these palettes. It's really hard to pick a favorite out of all of these palettes because they're all so beautiful and unique in their own way. But I've gotta say, I am loving the green shades in the Vintage palette, especially these two middle shimmer or metallic shadows, whatever you want to call them. These two are stunning. When you swatch them on, they look like a beautiful olive color, and they have just enough pigmentation to make your eyes pop without looking crazy overdone. So really, really nice, softer shades with good color. In my last video, I talked about the Marc Jacobs palette, but just because I like high-end things doesn't mean I don't like any drugstore palettes. And I've got to say, these I actually keep top shelf, and I reach for them quite a bit. I did purchase all of these palettes about a month and a half ago, and I've been playing with them ever since because I really wanted to dig into the colors to see how long they wear, how well they wear, what the color looks like, because it's one thing to swatch them on your hand, and it is quite another to pack them onto your eyes. And I have to say, these colors do pay off nicely, but you gotta build them up. In terms of staying power and wear length, these shadows look great on me for about 4 or 5 hours before they start to crease a little bit. Then I've gotta go in and touch things up, and that's with an eye primer. But remember, I do have very oily lids, which is why a lot of shadows don't last crazy long on me. And that's it for my review on all of the Essence palettes that just came out at the drugstore. Let me know in the comment section below if you've had a chance to try out these palettes and what kind of looks you've been able to create, and make sure you tag me on Instagram so I can see all of your beautiful faces and all of the looks that you've done with these palettes. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, and also connect with me on social media. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I will link everything in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. And as promised, I have a makeup tutorial for you. It is a very quick one just on the look that I'm wearing right now on my eyes. I had already done my face, my whole foundation, blush, bronzer, contouring, all of that mumbo jumbo. That was all taken care of first, so all I was focusing on was the eyeshadow on my eyes using these Essence palettes. I hope you guys enjoy, and let me know in the comment section below what y'all think. All right, guys, we're going to start off with the bronze palette, and I'm going to go in with that lightest bone shade color. I'm using my trusty old MAC 224 brush. I'm applying it onto my lid using a windshield wiper motion, and this is mostly to set the eye primer that I've put on, but also to highlight a bit of my brown bone and also start with my transition. Now I'm going into the nudes palette, and I will be taking one shade lighter than that bone color you see there on the left. And now I'm really going to start deepening my crease and adding a little bit more dimension. I'm using the same windshield wiper motions with my MAC 224 brush. And of course, we can't forget about the other eye. Whatever I do on one, I do on the other. And I am blending, blending, blending. Going back into the nudes palette, I'm now going to be taking that darker brown color, and I'm going to be going back in with that MAC brush, the exact same one, and really deepening the crease now. So you see how I'm starting at the outer edge and working my way to the inner corner, because you want most of the color to apply to the outer corner of your eye to really open them wide. See? Fancy. And of course, I have to do the same thing on the other side. Now we're going to go back into the bronze palette, and we are going to start applying the lid shade, and it's that beautiful rose quartz color. And to apply that color, I'm going to be using the E55 by Sigma. It's the eye shading brush. This is a great brush to pack on color, and that is exactly what I'm doing right now. I am packing it all over my lid, but making sure not to pass my crease. And I'm taking a little dance break. Going back into the nude palette, I'm going to be taking that really dark espresso color now. And that color is being applied with, what's the brush I'm using here? It's the E17. And I'm starting at the outer corner, I should say, of my eye and working my way in. So you see I'm sort of applying in a C motion, like an outer C or an outer V. And I'm really trying to deepen that outer corner so I can make my eyes pop and seem more round. Take your time doing this and gradually build up the color. Now going into the nudes palette again, I am taking that brown color, the lighter brown color, and I am blending all of this in together because I want it to look seamless. I did take that espresso color into my crease as well so I can sharpen it up a little bit more, but I don't want any harsh lines. So again, blend, baby, blend. Going back into that bronze palette, I'm taking that rose quartz color again because I noticed that some of the color I guess just kind of faded because of all of the blending. So I'm re-intensifying, and to re-intensify I'm using that same Sigma E55 brush. And I noticed a little bit of fallout, so I used my Morphe E3 brush to just swipe that bad boy away. Now we can't forget about that inner corner highlight. So I'm going into that nudes palette, and I'm taking that shimmery white pearl shade with my Morphe M431 brush, and I'm just applying that to the inner corners of my eyes. And the lovely nudes palette is back. I am going to work on my lower lash line now using a combination of those two brown shades. So the exact same thing I did on top for my crease is exactly what I'm doing for my lower lash line. And make sure you really blend this part out because you don't want any harsh lines. So what you do on one side, you of course do on the other. Oh yeah. Now going back into the bronze palette, I am going to be highlighting my brow bone using that beautiful shimmery pearl shade. And you notice how I'm starting in the middle of my brow bone because that's where I want the light to hit and pop. And that is the finished look. I ended up doing my mascara eyeliner off camera because it was a little challenging for me to do it on camera here. I hope you enjoyed this look. It was really easy to make.